so everybody will be coming in, putting more tires on. I guess you got to now, especially with some tire issues. You got to keep putting tires on these cars.
There's a brake hose that the left front tire, as it came apart, just took the brake hose off the car, laid it on the racetrack. Now he has, but if they do repair the car, he has no cooling back to the brakes on the automobile.
Robbie Gordon going back on the lead lap. We'll put 41 cars on the lead lap. That means 41 cars will be heading down pit road.
Some of these cars have hoses pointing to the inside of these tires to keep them cool. So they've got 6, 7 hoses on the front of these cars here.
Only about 14 green flag laps on these tires. See if anybody wants track position really badly.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I just said we'll see.
No. They want tires more than they want track position.
Right, here they come.
Oh, careful. So the accordion really collapses as they get close to that pit road entrance.
Jason Leffler hit that commitment cone during the last round of stops. Matt Yoakum.
A possible issue with the throttle linkage on the 21 or carburetor. Ricky Rudd is not sure. He says something is just a little weird as they blow the brake dust out of that left front wheel. No adjustments for this former winner, Snyder.
Matt, the 19 car of Jeremy Mayfield's in the middle of your screen. He said, man, this thing is fast. Slugger Labby said, well, let's make no changes. The only change Jeremy wants, a bag of ice for a little comfort. Alan?
Elliott Sadler, the leader, and his crew chief, Todd Parrott. A long debate about 2 or 4 tires. Todd said, we know there'll be people get 2 here, and there are plenty, but we'll take 4. I think we'll be better off, Dave.
For 2 runs in a row, the 41 of Casey Mears has started out very, very loose. He has ended the run saying the car is awesome. So on both pit stops, they have made no changes to that car except for the 4 fresh tires.
So I'm guessing maybe a couple of guys took just...
Yeah, would you think so?
You think?
I'll tell you what, we'll take a break and then we'll come back and find out. But I think some guys just took 2 here at Indy. The field is coming to get the green flag. Listen to Greg Biffle's concerns about the restarts on the track.
The main thing, Mule, is when they're bunching up. It's going to be every restart today. You usually see the guy in front of me, but that's about it. Talk early. You know, how they're kind of bunching up or they're stopping. You can tell me that it's looking shaky, and I'll be on my toes.
And the reason that is you can't see. You know, when these places so narrow, you're down right on the racetrack. You can't see 1 or 2 cars ahead of you that well.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with Kyle Busch. Got out of line before the green flag.
And I guess the spotter told Biffle it looks a little shaky.
It definitely did look shaky. Out of turn 1. Through 2. Brian Vickers, the race leader. The top 5 guys, Vickers, Waltrip, Kenseth, Kyle Busch, and Jeff Gordon, took just 2 tires on the recent stop. Somebody said that could happen, but...
Now we'll see how good these cars, you know, a lot of times we see a car get out front. When it gets out front in that clean air, it's hard to pass, and it's fast. So we'll see how good Elliott Sadler's car is right now, as well as Mayfield, because they've got some traffic ahead of them.
Look at Matt Kenseth in a 17 car. Where did he come from?
2 tire stop, and he had been marching through the field. Marty.
Well, I just talked to Robbie Reiser and asked him why the 2 tires. He said, why not the 2 tires? All we need is a little track position. I think the car is good. I think one of our biggest problems is we're back in traffic, and that makes the car tighter. So we want to get him up front, get him some clean air, and see if he can run up front. Obviously, he can.
It doesn't look like that 2 tire stop is working very well for the 15 car of Michael Waltrip. Here comes Elliott Sadler, the 38 on the inside of Jeff Gordon.
And I think we're going to see a lot of that right there in the next 5 or 6 laps.
That'd be Elliott Sadler passing cars?
Yes.
Alan, how about it?
Well, if you've got a car that you think is trouble.
Casey Mears.
Left front tire's flat, isn't it?
The caution is out.
No, guess it isn't.
Contact with Kurt Busch is what we're hearing.
Yeah.
That's a save there. Spinning here, not hit anything at Indianapolis.
I got on the brakes and it just started left. Touched the 97. Got loose getting in. Saved it all the way through.
He's got some damage here right over the left front. He's going to have to get fixed. That tire probably will rub. The left. Look at how low the left front is.
That looks like it's flat.
Yep.
Casey Mears put this car in the wall yesterday on his qualifying attempt.
Here they are 3 wide. Going down in turn 3.
He's on.
Oh, just made a little contact with the 97 car. As he said, enough to get him out of shape.
Man, look at that. He didn't hit anything. That is a great save.
That is unbelievable what that is. Well, we got a new hero.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's what Rusty tried to do yesterday in qualifying, but
failed. Jeff Green will be the lucky dog. Kyle Busch was good on that last restart. Nice job by him. Dave?
Bill, remember during the last pit stop we talked about how Casey's car started very loose on the runs and came to him during the latter part of the run. That was the same thing that was happening here. They didn't make any changes the last time. Casey likes it that way, but when you're cutting it that close, you have to really be careful on the beginning parts of the run.
yeah, he actually looks like he just misjudged a little bit when the 97 car of Kurt Busch went by. He turned down and it looked like he just misjudged a little bit and got into the 97 there.
That was today. Here's a look at what happened to Casey yesterday.
Here's qualifying lap.
Yep.
Bam! But he was going for it. He had the fastest time in practice. He wanted another pole for the Brickyard.
Family watching. Originally, they started to get the backup car off the truck and then decided they could repair the car that he had wrecked. Some teams going to take this opportunity to come back to pit road, including Casey. Most of the leaders stay out. We check in with Matt on Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Not the day that Dale Jr. had hoped for. Right side tires only what they're scheduled to do on this stop. Now, Bill, they have gone back and forth trying to find the balance. Jr. says the car is better, but not a lot. He says it's still really tight. We only fixed about 10% of the problem. The air pressure adjustment on the last stop was going in the right direction. They're going to do more of that on this stop. Bill?
You sure, Matt? They looked like the crew guys wanted to change 4 on that one, and they dropped the jack, and Junior took off.
Well, that's what they told him before he hit pit road. 2 tires on this stop. Maybe they were doing an audible, and Junior just did not get the communication.
Looked like there's a little confusion there.
Some guys definitely thought they were changing 4. The jack man being one of them.
Yeah.
So Dale Earnhardt Jr. returns to the track. Brian Vickers leads. Can Elliott Sadler get back to the front? 43 drivers under pressure at Indianapolis. And last time we saw Kyle Busch get out of line to avoid hitting the car in front of him, Jeff Gordon made the legal pass on the inside, so both drivers made a good move. Now Matt Kenseth looks for the lead inside of Brian Vickers. Kenseth in the 17 to the point.
Might lose another one. Vickers had to go a little bit high once Kenseth went in and lost his momentum. Might lose a couple spots here.
Right, Kyle Busch, the 5 car, is going for second spot. And looks like Michael Walter will have to fall back in 3rd. Alan, how about Vickers? He say anything?
Not since the restart. He's got his hands full a little bit, BP, but just a thought on why they took 2 tires. It wasn't what you were thinking, just the track position thing. His crew chief Lance Brevoux told me they're already thinking about the last pit stop in the race, back timing, 2 tires, 4 tires, 2 tires, 4 tires, and so on. So they know they can just take those right side tires on that last pit stop at the end of the race. Can you believe they're thinking about that already?
So obviously, Alan, those guys aren't having any tire issues at all, right?
No, the only guy on my end of pit road that I saw with any right front issue at all was Ken Schrader, and it was just barely a little mark on that inside shoulder of his right front. Everybody's tires off that first set of stops looked really good, Wally.
Yep. Okay.
A couple of former Brickyard winners, the 24 of Gordon, the 29 of Harvick around the 15, and here comes Biffle.
Oh, did he have a head of steam in that 16 car or what?
Harvick trying to make the move on Gordon down on the low side. And you know, you do get a little bit of drafting here.
Matt on Biffle.
Both the 29 of Harvick and the 16 of Biffle, Bill. Track position move. They both took out 2 tires in their last stop. Todd Barrier, the